The city of Raqqa, Syria, is relatively calm now, after years of civil war, Islamic State rule, and then the devastating battles that ousted the militants. Parts of the city are even being rebuilt. Other parts are overwhelmed with displaced families from areas still at war. Locals say despite the relative safety here, recovery is a long way off.
We are psychologically exhausted, and the situation is getting worse. Aside from the sadness, the humiliation, and the destruction, all of our homes are gone. I lost my husband in an airstrike.
The Syrian civil war marked its 10th year in 2021, with many speculating that the government of President Bashar al-Assad will eventually retake what is called the last rebel stronghold, Idlib. Many Idlib residents are staunch in their commitment to remain outside the reach of the government. But the war is no longer so much of a popular rebellion, but more of a stalemate involving the government, Turkey, and other powers. Some parts of Idlib are held by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a U.S.-designated terrorist organization. Turkey controls other parts, and an area that was only 2 years ago controlled by the Syrian Democratic Forces, the military of Syria's semi-autonomous Kurdish region. Violence continues in many places, but it is mostly asymmetrical, like ongoing skirmishes with Islamic State militants in places they once held power.
We liberated Raqqa from Islamic State, but there is a lot of work to be done. Our forces need support to eliminate IS sleeper cells living among civilians.
In recent weeks, UN officials said they were devising a plan to end the Syria security crisis, but gave few details. In the meantime, an economic crisis, exacerbated by the coronavirus pandemic, has made survival in many parts of Syria, such as Qameshli, a daily chore.
The value of life here is less than zero. If a poor man doesn't work, for example this man, if he doesn't sell napkins, he cannot even get bread for his children.
Nearly half the population of Syria has been forced from their homes in the past 10 years, and roughly 600,000 people are dead or missing. In recent months, outright conflict has quieted, but analysts call the crisis an intractable civil war with no clear end in sight. Heather Murdock, VOA News, Raqqa, Syria.